Problem 12 has a table for us. Normally they would have input and output, but this time they changed it up a little bit. They put square and circle. That's okay. Using shapes doesn't change anything. So look at the table below. We have square, circle. Which of the following expressions correctly represents the rule between the two sets of numbers in the table? We've talked about rules in math before. If something is a rule, what does that mean? We said if something is a rule, it has to be what? What does a rule have to be? What does a rule have to be? Chase, what does a rule have to be? Well, tell me, Chase, if I make a rule that says everyone named Chase has to do all their work and no one else has to do their work, is that a good rule? Why not? What makes it not a good rule? It's not fair. Rules have to be fair. They have to work for everybody, not just some people. The same thing is true in math. Rules have to work for all of it, not just some of it. So whatever rule I decide, it needs to work with all of my numbers, not just some of my numbers. So if I take a look, first I need to figure out what's happening to my numbers. 9 changes into 171. 8 changes into 152. 10 changes into 190. 6 changes into 114. Are all of my numbers getting bigger, or are all of my numbers getting smaller? What's happening to them? No, are my numbers getting bigger or smaller? Jada? They're getting bigger, which means I need to use either addition or multiplication. I have all of my answer choices that are either using addition or multiplication, so I can't get rid of anything just yet. I gotta check all my rules and see which ones work and which ones don't. Let's start by checking 162. So this one's using addition. They tell me if I take 9 and I add 162, that will give me the number I'm looking for. 162 plus 9. What's 9 plus 2, Ezekiel?
11.
11. Okay, I'm going to put a 1, carry over a 1. What is 6 plus 1, Haley? What would I get, Kaylee? 6 plus 1.
7.
7. And 1 plus nothing means it's not going to change. It's still just a 1. 171. Okay. It worked for the first number. That doesn't mean I go ahead and circle it, because I have to check all the numbers. 162 plus 8, since that's my second number. Let's try it. What's 2 plus 8?
Didn't look
Jaylene?
fast enough. That didn't.
What would I get, Jaylene? 2 plus 8.
Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
Nakai, but you need to mute your microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Nakai, but you need to mute your microphone. Jaylene, what would I get? 2 plus 8.
Ten.
10. I'm going to put a 0. I'm going to carry a 1. What is 6 plus 1? Alexa?
7.
7, and then 1 plus nothing is just 1. 170. That number does not match. So F doesn't work. They like to try to do that. They'll make a number or they'll make a rule that works for the first one, but not for any others. Or that'll work for the first 2, but none of the rest. Just to see if they can catch people not checking everything. The next one says times 19. So we're going to try that. (19 times 9). Yes, Nakai.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Nakai. (9 times 9). What is 9 times 9? Violet, what's 9 times 9?
$81.
Very good. I'm going to put the 1 down here. I'm going to carry over an 8. Now I have 9 times 1. What's 9 times 1? Bailey, what's 9 times 1?
9. Could you repeat the question?
What's 9 times 1?
9.
9. We carried over an 8. What's 9 plus 8, Bailey?
$72.
Not 9 times 8. 9 plus 8.
Oh, sorry. It's 17.
17. 171. That matched. Let's check the next one. 19 times 8. So Bailey, you just solved this one for us, but can you tell me again, what's 9 times 8?
Hey! 9 times 8 is 72.
Okay. I'm going to put the 2 down here and carry over a 7. 8 times 1. What is 8 times 1, Messiah? What is 8 times 1, Messiah?
8.
8 plus the 7 we carried over. What's 8 plus 7, Nakai?
50.
152. That matches. So let's work 2 times now. Let's see if it'll work a third time. This one looks tricky, but it really isn't. I'm going to show you a trick. 10 times 19. Notice that I didn't write it how I normally do. I wrote it side by side. Most other multiplication problems, I would not write like this. For numbers like 10, I can. And here's why. The number has a 0 at the end, like 10 does. What I can do is I can take away that 0 for just a little bit. I can't take it away forever, but I can take it away for just a little bit. I'm going to cross out that 1 0. If I take away the 0 from 10, all I have left is 1. 1 times 19. Who can tell me? If I multiply anything times 1, what happens to it? Chase? It would be 19. 1 times anything. It does not matter what the number is. 1 times anything means the number will not change. So if I multiply 1 times 19, my answer is 19. I told you earlier I can't take away that 0 forever. I can just take it away for a little bit. This is when I have to give it back. But I don't put it back with the 10. I put the 0 back with my answer. So I took 1 0 earlier. I have to give it back when I get my answer. Yes, Alexa.
That's how I learned multiplication in 3rd grade.
It's a very useful trick, and we'll be using it more this year. But our answer is 190. The same number on my chart matches again. One last problem to check. 19 times 6. Bella, are we writing this down? What is 6 times 9? Alexa, what's 6 times 9?
6 times 9 is 54.
Very good, 54. I'm going to put the 4 down on the bottom. I'm going to carry over my 5. And then multiply 6 times 1. What is 6 times 1? Nakai? What is 6 times 1, Nakai? I can hear you. What's 6 times 1? Okay. What's 6 plus 5, Nakai, since we carried over 5 more?
X.
And if I carried over that 5 extra, what would it be? What's 6 plus 5 more?
Eleven.
11. 114. That matches my chart. So answer choice G should be my answer. It worked for all 4 of my numbers.